Hello, everybody. This is Maniac 4 Bricks, and a few days ago, I posted about, hey, what should I build for Kevin's backlog building live stream this week? Showing you guys an update to the backlog shelf itself. I added a few things in there and going over that it's a actually organized, consolidated shelf. Um, I owe you guys a couple of things because I didn't have enough time to stay for the entire live stream in order to build it all. The one that was mostly voted at the time was the Flintstones Ideas set. I think it's a very enjoyable set, and I'd go more in detail about it later, but in general, it's pretty good for the price. It's very good for the minifigures. I don't mind the printing on the heads being regular like that. It works pretty well in Lego form. Um, and it fits in very nicely with this pop culture shelf. So that's what I was first going to show here, because it's nice having the different versions of little licenses here and there added in. I will say though, it is getting a bit cramped. Like even without the Simpsons house, it's kind of hard to fit all the vehicles side by side and be able to show them well. Um, but with it in there, yeah, you could tell it's been getting pretty difficult. So I may have to move some around the Indiana Jones ones. Not only do I have the two up here, but also there's two down here. That's kind of almost buried in one of the Star Wars displays. I should take out one of the Star Wars displays. I never really utilized it for having two full displays in there. So I might condense that down to one. Um, so yeah, quick update about the Lego room because I haven't really done it in a while. I haven't really thought of doing it in a while because I did a lot a while ago, like months and months ago, and tried to make it a regular thing, but for multiple reasons, I canned it, and I thought, well, it might be nice to do here because I haven't done it in a while, and there are some good things to it. It is still going to be a messy room. That's why I'm still holding on this particular shelf where it looks very clean. It's still messy around the room because I've been doing a lot of cleaning. I've been trying to reorganize different things and taking apart different sets and consolidating them. When I take apart the sets, I usually put them into Ziploc bags so all the pieces are available if I want to rebuild it. Um, and I'm trying to, you know, condense it because I've done a lot of building sets in the past, not even this year, but I mean like years before. So that means I have a lot more things floating around, but they don't have a real place for them yet. And if I can clean those up and I'll know what to use that space for, then I can build those sets again when I want to and make it more worthwhile. So looking around, I've had this up almost a year, I think, at this point. Almost a year at least. Um, for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have done some really nice shelf display videos in 2018. There is, I think, a playlist for it on my channel. It's called Showroom Lego displays or something like that. They'd have their own lighting to them. They have music added in. Different themes would be on different shelves. This used to be a SpongeBob shelf, for example. There was a Batman shelf here, I think, at one time, an Avengers one, I think. Actually, I don't know if the Batman one got recorded, but I'll have a new place for that eventually. But there was a Marvel Avengers one in here at one point. But yeah, they have different lighting to them. I have to work out the system again because, yeah, they're getting a little crazy. And some of the adhesives that I kept some of the lights on didn't hold up. So I have to get new things to keep them in place. Star Wars I had for two different shelves, so that way I could have different scenes represented or have different vehicles. Again, a lot of these are intended with the idea that they would be shuffled every so often, but these haven't done so much. Kind of hard to shuffle around a giant Millennium Falcon or two. I have another one that's sitting around that's like 2004 or something, and I don't know where to put it. I couldn't even figure out at first where to put the first one. Republic Cruiser used to be in this space. I've been trying to get that out of my collection, so that's why there's a now empty space there. Um, Down here was supposed to be for the UCS Sandcrawler, which is technically in my backlog and isn't ready to appear here, so I'm okay with consolidating this, trying to move some other stuff around. For now, I mean, even that said, I still have to get all the parts, so it's got a good idea. It's just not ready yet. Underneath there, mostly seasonal sets. I like keeping the boxes with some of the Booktober stuff, the holiday stuff. So a bunch of those in there, as well as some other random sets, Lego City, Sports, Creator. I think Star Wars. There might be one or two in there. Some Lego sets have already been compiled up top. They're like poly bags or $10 or less sets in each of these. So they don't have collectible minifigures in them. They are not sealed. None of these have sealed sets in them that I recall. They all have sets that have been built at one time. They may have the instructions with them. There are a lot of poly bags I know through these as well. Not all of them, but a good number of them. And they are really good for not only looking nice, but also being a storage unit as well, instead of just being pockets of empty space. I don't remember if I put up the video about this, but I made a Wild West display almost 2 years ago. It's like a year and a half or something at this point. That I meant to try to rotate, and like I said before, each of these would be shuffled around, different themes and whatnot. But because I've been so slow on the themes that came before this one, I'm not ready for the ones after this one yet. So I can't take these off until I know what to do with the other ones. There's a Mars mission, Life on Mars thing going on between these two shelves. The remnants all around, as you can see. Not every set is going to be broken up. There are still ones I want to keep around, even if I just move move the models themselves, like that one. That's my favorite set of all time. Did you know? No, second favorite set of all time. Sorry, I lied. Favorite set of all time is Soldier's Fort 6242. That's second, though. And I have built that 2-3 times already. I don't want to build it another time, at least immediately. But I will still get the figures together for it. Simpsons House is up there. It's another one that I'm like, I like the set. I'll keep it built. Even if it moves side to side or whatever, it's fine. A couple of things are here, kind of miscellaneous. Throughout 2018, it was a celebration shelf. It had a lot of classic Lego stuff, an homage to their 50th anniversary of the brick, or 60th anniversary of the brick, excuse me. It's still moving around for what it's going to be. Lego Aquarium, I did a video about that as well, and I'd love to update that thing, but I have to move a bunch of stuff, not only in the aquarium, but around it, so that I can access it and try to change up the display. And I'd also like to take those sets out because I'd like to go over the Atlantis and Aqua Raider sets in general. A bunch of Aqua Raider sets have been floating around here, no pun intended, in some degree. Atlantis as well, and I'm trying to salvage those before they completely fall apart. Underneath here, at some point soon, I'll do a Brickheads Collectathon video, because I have a lot of Brickheads, and I think it'll be fun to share in one video, seeing how they all look, what I like about them as a series, and what are some of my favorites from that series. You got Galador. I still have to do Galador Part 2. I'm way overdue for that. Which is basically, I need to get a few more parts to complete a figure or two, and then making sure all the sets that I want for the theme are complete. So there's that. A lot of other sets that need to be broken up in some way. Some have already been doing that accidentally on their own. And yeah, like I said, the rest of the room is a lot of working stuff out. I have been building lately for a collab, so it was good getting parts and putting them right to work after that. It's all a work in progress. I know it's kind of embarrassing to look at it, but it's something that I've been gradually getting to when I've had the free time to do so, when I've had the energy and motivation to do so outside of my personal life. Beach Town. I've wanted to have regular updates with the Beach Town as well, and I have a lot of ideas for when I do the next update, but clearly none of it's ready yet. So, one thing I haven't done, I should do a mock video for the Brick-to-Lot Porsche. that was a cool mock that I come up with on the spot. So yeah, that should have a video. I think even Bart Simpson, I never did a video of that entirely on its own, even though it's shown up in fairs for a couple of years, but I digress. But yeah, looking around. It's also helpful for anyone who's newer to the channel, wanted to see what the Lego room was like. It's always a work in progress. It's always evolving and becoming more over time. Trying to absorb more, but also trying to make more through it. As I step over here, there's a walkway as well, or supposed to be a walkway. A couple more shelving units that are mostly surrounding the table, categorizing parts and sets, different kinds and whatnot. This whole thing is full of base plates, for example. I have the beloved Lego library. This is a collection of lots of Lego books and paper materials. I do have digital copies of some of these, but I also do like actually grabbing it out, reading it, getting to see it more clearly without a device as well. Some of these still need reorganization. These two binders, I have to work with those. There are a whole bunch of instruction manuals in here that need to be relocated. They have a whole nother file cabinet, as well as magazines and catalogs. Underneath, also board games. And I'm also working on a Nerf workshop kind of space. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed a little tour around as of September 2019. It's all a work in progress. I haven't said it enough. I know it's not crazy improved, but I'm doing what I can. Have a good weekend.